I have noticed that many people don't know the reason why they are practicing Islam in the first place. If anybody asks you this question that why Islam, I'm not talking about why do you practice Islam. I mean why Islam? Why the religion of Islam in the first place? Please, I want you to pay attention to the answer, because with that answer, you will be able to know the reason why you are practicing Islam and how to practice Islam to the best. The major and the primary reason for Islam is to abolish and to eradicate anything that must serve as an intermediary between you and your creator, between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether that thing is an object, non-living things, or human being itself. Because we have different things that can serve as your intermediary between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you are not a Muslim, you don't have any problem with what I'm saying, because there is no other religion on the surface of this earth that has that true foundation and that true teachings and that true meaning aside for Islam. The problem I have right now is for the Muslim who call themselves a Muslim, but they are still practicing something that Islam came to abolish. So as a Muslim, no matter how sinful you are, no matter how inferior you think you are, you have the direct connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are sinful, go to Allah and ask for forgiveness. If you need something, you go to Allah to ask for that thing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly. You don't go through a saint, because many Muslims have to call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the name of their teacher or the name of anybody whatsoever. As a Muslim, that is very wrong, even to the extent of going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Prophet. These are not the teachings of Islam. That is what Islam came to abolish in the first place. Shaitan has re-established this concept by convincing people to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Prophet or through a saint, because they are sinners, they are not saints. They don't want to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for anything directly. As a Muslim, you need to go and eradicate that thinking and that mentality and that ideology. No matter your situation, no matter your circumstances, you have the authority, you have the privilege to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for something directly, without any intermediary, without consulting anybody. The only thing you need to learn is how do you call Allah, how do you pray, how do you make requests from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Though there is no problem in you asking someone to pray for you, but you trying to make requests or make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by invoking someone else's name or prophet, human being like you, that is not part of Islamic teachings in any way. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the true understanding of Islam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.